Hello everyone, I'm with my sister Emily, and in this video we're going to be talking about her job in Connecticut. I'm very curious about your job, Emily, and I want to hear more about it. Can you give me a brief summary of your job and what you do?
Yes, I work in Connecticut, in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
The lab is called the Social and Affective Neuroscience of Autism Lab. So, part of the lab is related to research of social and emotional functioning and differences or similarities.
Regulation,
What?
like just making sure, like just observing them too.
Yeah, looking at attention for different things related to socialization and emotion regulation strategies and emotional processing for children with and without autism. And there's also a clinical component, so a lot of families and kids come in and the clinicians play with them and evaluate them.
Wow, that is so cool. And do you say you have more interaction with the kids, or do you have more interaction like just doing office work on your computer?
I'd say it's about, I'd say more office work, but I usually see a kid once a week for like 3 hours on Thursdays and Fridays.
Wow, so it's a pretty long chunk.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty cool that you get to actually see um your patients or just see those
Yeah,
kids.
they're not patients, they're just families who come in.
Okay, and I'm assuming that they get money for the experiment or the research that you do.
Yeah, we do compensate them some money for participating, and a lot of families really appreciate just a free evaluation because oftentimes evaluations cost like at least $1,000 or so they're getting it for free.
Wow, yeah, I bet when I was diagnosed with autism, I know I had a lot of testing done in preschool, when I did early intervention, in elementary school, my IP meetings, and then I did a whole lab work in middle school, and that was when I was diagnosed with autism. And it's cool that you get to kind of research autism because that is what I'm diagnosed with. I talk about this a lot on my channel. I post a lot on Facebook, and I feel blessed that I like learning about myself and learning about the brain. You went to school and you graduated with a college degree in
Psychology.
psychology, and that means the brain too.
Yeah, part of psychology studies the brain.
And we love researching about the brain and how it works. I'm glad that Emily's there to help me understand it and explain what she does. And I think we're very close in that way because it's hard to live with a disability and for people to understand it. But when my sister researches it and she sees kids, it's just she's getting lots of information about autism and sensory processing disorder, OCD, and it's really cool that I have a sister that is close to me in that way.
Yeah, it's cool. I think about you too when I'm at work too. Sometimes I see little kids and imagine when you were a kid, and I hear stories about when you were a kid from our parents, so it's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's just a blessing in disguise just to really have a sister who studies this and
Yeah.
you're
I'm not gonna
knowledgeable.
study forever.
No, yeah, you don't want to do research forever, but it's really cool that you are interested in this kind of study of field, and it's just really cool to me that we have this special connection. And who would have thought that I was diagnosed with autism and you're not? Like, it's just so bizarre to feel like we're the same people because we are siblings. And even though I'm diagnosed with autism and my sister doesn't have autism, it's just genetics, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is a genetic component. So a lot of what we study actually in the lab is high risk siblings. So those are
You, right?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a young child who has an older sibling with autism, and so the younger sibling may have autism and be diagnosed later or may not. So it's a way to study people who are likely to develop autism later or be diagnosed with autism, but it's not a clear diagnosis yet.
And did you have ever thought that you may have had diagnosed with autism when you were a kid? Did you think that your diagnosis was more severe than mine? Like, I know, like, you have some, oh no, some anxiety, and that's the only thing I know that you have. But do you ever thought that you would have had autism as a little kid when looking at me when I was growing up?
No, I think as a little kid I didn't know what autism was, and I didn't.
I didn't know what it was either. I
Yeah.
knew I had challenges. I knew I was a picky eater. I was OCD about my toys. I didn't like loud noises and crowds. I had my own way of doing things, and I think it took a while for people to really diagnose me and really find the answer, because it was like one thing after another, and then I met the criteria of autism. Because do you know what PDD-NOS is? Persuasive um, development disorder.
Not otherwise specified.
Yeah. I was diagnosed with that, and then that was when in 8th grade I had all the testing done, and that was when I was diagnosed with autism, and that is when I always received services, so I received services since I was 2.
Hmm.
Just because of my other disabilities and disorders, but it's pretty interesting to just grow up together and just grow up in a way that is like I'm doing my own path, she's doing her own path, and it's just a blessing just to have that connection. I don't know. I know sometimes I do feel sad about autism, and it's a lifelong thing. It's not curable. And do you think it's curable, or do you think therapies can make it go away? On like your point of view, like I know it's a lifetime thing. Like it's a brain disorder. Like it's not gonna be vanished. We have to live with it forever, and we just have to change and adapt to um, what our body tells us to.
Yeah, I think that's really complicated and sometimes something that I think about a lot. I don't think that the goal should be to take autism away from people. I think a lot of people, I'm not sure how you identify, but a lot of people in the autism community celebrate their autism. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It definitely took me a long time for people to say autism. I work with providers that work with people with disabilities, and I had those services after high school. And I got emotional when people said autism or like OCD or speech disorder, and then I had to embrace it somehow. It took a lot of courage to just embrace who I am and just to know and discover myself in that way. And now I am researching about autism, and I feel like I get to know my body and really be in tune with how I operate and share with my providers, my sister, my family, and my YouTube videos about what it is and how I live with it every day, because I know it does affect me every day. Some days are good, some days are bad, some days are even. There's just doesn't really have a I'm gonna have a great day, because that's not the case. But I feel living with autism is a lifelong thing, and I just have to embrace myself and embrace who I am. And I know it takes harder to achieve things and accomplish things, but it's just another challenge just to take on, because some people may not have like some resources that I do. So I feel fortunate, but at the same time, I started seeing a therapist that specializes in people with disabilities, and she's been helping me. My providers has been helping me. My parents and you have been helping me, and just trying to find ways just to regulate my emotions, because I think that's the biggest cause in meeting new people in the community and getting comfortable. Another thing was on my mind was to have a emotional support animal, because I feel like dogs connect to me in a sense to bring me calm.
Dogs love you.
Yeah, I have that special intuition about dogs, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had that forever. And I feel like if I were to move out and really be comfortable in the community, I feel like an emotional support dog may benefit me. And I've been thinking about this for a while, and now I'm really thinking about it because I think that might help me live the most independent life. Is to maybe think about that option someday.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Dogs are fun.
And I know Eleanor, she knows me, and she knows I'm diagnosed with autism. She has been,
Oh, yeah, more of my friends and
yeah,
people in the community.
yeah. But I know Eleanor really, she has been around us a lot, so I know she knows about autism and stuff. And I just want to like take this moment to just like acknowledge everyone that has autism or who experiences autism. I'm fortunate with all the services and all the hard work I have done over the years. It's hard, but my parents kept me in therapies, and I did speech for 20 years, and I'm getting a lot better with my emotions and started to see a therapist again. But it is just so meaningful that I have my sister who like loves me, and I'm just very fortunate just to have my sister accept me who I am, because that is who I love to be with, is just to know like she's like my lifetime friend. Like we are like really close to each other. Even though like hit me in the face like ah no, we like play fighting. No, we get along. I just love you so much, and I just know it's really cool just to know like you have me, I have you, and we are the closest. We have this like similar DNA, and we're closer together than our parents because siblings have that connection. And it's just really cool just to be close to you. And it's gonna hit me when you move back to Connecticut in like 5 days. But I really do appreciate that you are knowledgeable about autism, and we can have these open-ended discussions and questions so I can get more knowledgeable about your experience when you do your research, and just for me to feel good about who I am and know it's who I am. It's just a genetic thing. I did talk about this on my channel.
There's so many good things that come from it, and good
great and bad
skills.
things. Yeah. But it's just adapting of who we are. I know Emily, she's adapting and she's growing up to discover herself just like me. Diagnosed with autism or not, everyone's growing up in that way, but she is just my hero, and I'm so glad that I have her. And she's actually younger than me. Believe it or not, she's 2.5 years younger than me.
She's my older sister.
I'm about to turn 25, and she's only
how old am I?
22. I was like, yeah, because some people say, oh yeah, it looks like your sister's older than you. It's like, no. I don't know why people say that, but that's not true.
Not true.
I don't wear any jewelry. I don't wear any makeup. I'm natural.
I'm unnatural. That's what we should say.
You should show them your earrings.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, just thank you again for being my videos. I love making time to include in my life and including in my YouTube life too. It's
YouTube life. Thank you for including me in your YouTube life.
Yeah, and we're going to continue on growing and discovering ourselves, and I can't wait to see who I am 5 years from now when I'm 30 years old. It's going to be a whole new chapter.
Who knows?
Who knows what we're going to be doing, but I know whatever happens to our parents, we have each other's back, and I am just so grateful that we have each other.
Yay!
Do we look alike? I have one more thing before we end this video. I have long brown straight hair, and then she has curly hair, brown hair. So some people say,
are we related?
Yeah, we are, but it's not like we look alike. I look like my mom, and you look like your dad, and we have the same parents. But it's just, I love you. Just know that.
Thank you. I love you too.
Okay, so that's the wrap. Again, she loves her job, and she's gonna figure out what she wants to do after this job too. So, thank you again. I'm going to do the peace out symbol. Peace!
Peace.
And today is...
Oh gosh.
Woohoo! I know. Stop it. Today is January 4th, and it's a Monday.
Sunday.
I'm posting this on a Sunday.
It's a Monday.
One take video Monday.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I am filming this on a Sunday, but I'm going to post this on Monday.
I revealed your secret.
Yeah! Gosh. You don't know my YouTube skills.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But I'm going to post this tomorrow.
Monday.
January
4th.
2021. So, yeah, I gotta make sure that she knows my YouTube tricks when I post my YouTube schedule up. So, adios. Have a great day.
Bye.